Welcome back to Autism-Live in this very,
yes,
I said we're coming back to us, Navah. I adore my Navah.
I'll be serious.
This is a very special hour that we're here, and before we were here with Matt Asner and Navah Asner, but we have added to our panel here, we have the fabulous Ronnie Marmo, who is sitting here with us, and Bren Rapp, who is also fabulous and incredible, right? We're here to talk about this really important play that is opening on Friday, Injurious Behavior. We've had an argument about how to pronounce that. And you might pronounce it in a different way. Navah pronounces it in a different way.
Self-injurious, I thought.
And but the rest of us are saying self-injurious. It's okay, get to the play. That's the point, right? This is a really important play written by Jessica Kavanaugh, who was on the show last week. You should watch that interview where we had the wonderful Joe Mantegna with us too. Jessica wrote the play and stars in it and is remarkable. She is a brilliant, gifted person, and she's telling a story that you guys have said over and over, why is somebody not telling this story? So I'm telling you, somebody is telling this story. Now you got to get the bodies there or people don't pay attention. So if you are not in LA and you can't go, then contact all the people that you know in LA and say, will you please go be my proxy and put your butt in the seat and support this play? Because if you don't, then the message doesn't get to all of Hollywood and the bigger entertainment world that these are the stories that you want told. You've told me we want this story told. So I'm telling you it's being told, and it's being told in a really beautiful way, and it's hilarious.
Yes.
But it will tear your guts out.
It's a roller coaster ride.
It is absolutely, but if you think, oh, well, a play called Self-Injurious, I'm going to leave with a stomachache and a headache. No. It's very funny. It's told in a really accessible way that you could bring your friends who don't know anything about autism.
Absolutely.
Okay, but I'm talking too much, but I promised that I would give my little review of it.
Wonderful.
Show, you're
Well,
to talk.
that is true, but we brought you guys because you're better looking than I am. All of you.
It's all, it's interpretation. Sure.
Exactly.
A lot of people would disagree with
And
that.
Ronnie would say that, but I also want to say, because when we had Joe on the show last week, he mentioned that there is this other play that is, I'm not a comedian,
I'm Lenny
I'm
Bruce.
Lenny Bruce. And it is a play written by, it's a one-man show with Ronnie Marmo. I can't even talk. Like I said I was going to cavell. I want to cry. I want to throw up. It's so good, you guys.
I also have those feelings.
Right? Like it's
If you
so
give me
good.
coffee.
I don't even have words for you except that it's an experience that no one should miss to see him do his show. And I'm not just saying that because he's here in the room. I've talked about it to everyone and said, OMG.
Well, you used the perfect word, and that is, it's an experience.
Oh.
It is that show is a communal experience.
It got the Ed Asner seal of approval.
Yes, it did. Yes, it
Well,
did.
He wanted to
almost.
see more of you
He wanted
naked,
to see
though.
me naked. That's what
Yeah.
your dad said. He said, because I start to play dead naked. I don't want to give it away, but dead naked on the toilet. So the mystery's over quickly. But your dad, he was really kind of creepy about it. He was doing this.
Well, it's good.
And I said, Ed, I'll just see you in the parking lot
No
after the
comment.
show.
Yeah, exactly.
I love your dad so much.
And Joe directed you in that.
Yeah, Joe
Yes.
Mantegna is my
Oh,
director and my pal and my mentor and my dad and my best pal and everything else.
Isn't he everyone's dad? I mean,
Well, I don't know, but I'm going to say no because it doesn't feel as special to
Yeah.
me.
He's
so I'm gonna
definitely
say
not
no.
my dad. I would know if that were the case.
I'm the son. You never have.
But Bren is a part of that show as well.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about how you got involved with that show and how that led to Self-Injurious Behavior.
Well, I actually met Ronnie through Kitty Bruce, through Lenny's daughter.
Wow.
And
Didn't know that.
Yeah, and flew out here from Dallas to see the play. And of course, like everybody else, was blown away and basically pestered you for...
She beat me into the ground until she became a part of my life. That's how it was.
No, seriously, it was
She's
like
relentless.
it was like a 3 to 4 month period where like I sent you Italian cookies
she
on
sent
the
me literally Italian
performance.
cookies.
Like
And having seen the show, I understand this completely. That seems like a natural
no,
reaction.
the second I saw it, I was like, this has got to go down, and it took about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah,
And
until
then
I gave up. She beat me into the ground. No, she's so smart and she works harder than anybody. And it's on once she gets in your life and like is a part of a project, like you can't shake her because it's just too much. It's like she just brings 3 times what people bring. So she's like having 3 people. It's really. So at one point I just had to surrender, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, you're in.
So where have you guys done it?
Well, we did it in LA for.
Did 118 performances in Los
LA.
Angeles and 100
wow.
off Broadway
Yeah,
in New
we
York.
did 9 months in New
And
York.
fingers crossed, we're very close to making a big announcement about another awesome theater city, which I will. It's not done
Joe
yet,
blew
so.
it the last time
Oh,
we
Joe
were here.
talked about it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Chicago. I know. Actually, I know.
I mean, if you say Joe Blew It, I would say Chicago.
Chicago. It's Chicago.
We're so close to locking that in, which is not. We're doing a national tour as well, where we're just starting to set that up. That could
Yeah,
take a while,
the
as you
tour.
know. Your dad tours everywhere, so we're just getting on that train. But Chicago will be the third leg, in my opinion, of like.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm excited. I'm hoping it goes through.
Yeah, our booker has one of your dad's shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I talked to you, Liza, about it.
Yeah.
One of his shows.
Yeah, because he's got a lot going
There
on.
was
Like, it's hard to keep up.
Crazy how much
There was
he
actually
works.
some
It's
talk
crazy.
about me doing that show with your dad, the two-hander about the what's the name of it?
God Help Us?
Yeah. They came, we talked about it, and
Oh,
I just been doing Lenny, but I would love to go on the road with your
I
dad. That
don't
would
know
be
how-
really interesting.
I don't know how he does it. You know, he does like three shows. That
He's
he travels
amazing.
with.
Yeah.
And he's got, so I don't know how he turns it on and off. He's in one city doing one, then the next day he's in another city doing another one. And
Well,
it's like,
and how old is your father?
well, he'll be 90 in November.
Yeah,
Wow.
let's just
So,
all hope that
pretty-
we have it that together
Yes.
at that point,
Crazy.
right?
Yeah,
I'm not going to be like that when I'm 90.
I'm not going to be like that when I'm 60. So there we go.
Yeah.
I'm not either.
Okay.
So
back to this. Yes.
I reached out to Ronnie when I was bringing the show to New York because I knew about Joe's daughter, and I said, I want to benefit a charity. And I had already signed on the Doug Flutie Foundation because I worked in sports for a number of years.
They're a
And
great foundation.
and the reason I picked them is because from the get-go, he was never about research. He was never about any of that, but actually assisting families.
Yeah.
And just now does it in so many numerous ways. So I'd signed them on and I wanted to find somebody else, and Joe recommended Autism Works Now. So we did this show in April during National Autism Awareness Month.
And now we're talking about self-injurious
Yeah, this
behavior.
was a showcase in New York, so where people come in and see it
Yeah.
and see if they're interested in it.
Yeah.
And we gave 100% of the ticket sales at that point to both organizations. And Ronnie came in and saw the show. And it really started as something I think we both wanted to do for Joe, really.
Well, I
or
can't
we
speak for you,
cared.
but I know that I did because
Yeah.
Joe's my hero,
Yeah.
and I wanted to do something for him.
Yeah, and so that's kind of what spurred
Yeah.
you to take interest.
Yeah.
And Joe came out to a Lenny Bruce show and was talking to Jessica and said, you got to bring it to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, I wasn't really affected with autism. I had no one in my life, so I just was. I'm not saying I was naive to it. It just wasn't in my world, right? And it wasn't until Joe and I've been close for a number of years, but it was like when I really got close to his family and Mia, his beautiful daughter, and so Joe has done so much for me. I thought, well, what can I do for him? Because what do you get him? Like, what am I going to buy him, a tie? Like, what am I going to buy this guy? So I was like, Joe, I know this means a lot to you. I saw it. I'm blown away. I understand the value of this, and I understand that so many. Now that I've said it out loud, it's in my world. Everybody's affected. I didn't know. I didn't know. I've been
the
walking around like
stories,
this,
yeah.
And now when I said, Joe, I'd like to do this because of you, and then of course we'll help. And so Joe, of course, was excited by that, and that's how it started. And now I have my own personal love for the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it started with like trying to, what do you get that guy
Yeah.
for a gift, And then you go, wait a minute, I love these people. I love what's going on here.
And one thing I did when I brought the show to New York from Dallas is that it workshopped in Dallas, and I always wanted to include an awareness and outreach program, and we're actually using LA as the case study. And I'm really hoping that when the work is published, the case study is published with it. So when other theaters license it and do it, that's always a part of it, is the outreach.
Yeah.
Because it's such a powerful thing. Like, you saw the play,
Yeah.
and it makes it so accessible,
Yeah.
and it makes you care.
Yeah.
And that's what the arts do.
Absolutely.
In a huge way.
In theater, we have the power to move people and change things. And I see it even with the Lenny show. I'm having so many interesting conversations with lots of people. Many millennials are, it's very interesting. Just this will tie in. It's like the very people that Lenny was defending in the 60s are who I'm trying to explain who Lenny was to now. I'm defending myself to those same people
Yeah.
defending. Separate conversation for another time. But this, it's like we really do have the power to change people and the
Yes.
awareness. That's what
Right.
the arts are about. Let's have that conversation. You know, we're so blessed. We've had people on the spectrum work in our
Yeah.
ushers in our lobby.
That's-
They're working the concessions. So I'm
I
so
Yeah,
saw that,
excited.
Willow.
well, what's amazing
cool.
is,
It's like
so when
great.
we came to LA, Ronnie and I kind of put our heads together, and I'm like, I don't want it to just be awareness. Like, the arts can also affect the one person. And they're fully employed by us. We have 4 people from Autism Works now, every show. Glorious Pies comes out
Yeah.
every show and does the concessions. And just that experience last weekend was amazing. Like,
It's
I
wonderful.
stay in the lobby because it's so amazing what's going on. And they had a girl with us named Willow. I don't know if you've ever met Willow.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
She's in all of our programs.
okay,
Yeah.
they were teaching her how to usher, and she was with her caregiver and
Yeah.
Joanne, and they were role playing. And in the middle of it, she just picked up the playbill and she said, "I'm doing it. I'm working." And I was in the lobby bawling at that point because it just makes it all.
It's great.
amazing.
It's really
Yeah,
great.
it was really something, and so that's part of the magic of it,
Yes.
for sure.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I want people to know that you have entirely put your money where your mouth is, and employed people.
No,
to be
that's
there
the
to
whole
do that.
point.
And I've heard great stories. Many of us know Nancy, who co-hosts Let's Talk Autism with Shannon and Nancy with me. So her son worked this weekend. It was the first time
Oh,
he'd ever
great.
worked a job.
Which-
Wow.
What's
So
your son's name?
Wyatt.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
that's the first
Wyatt,
time that
yeah.
Wyatt ever worked a job was this weekend being an usher.
That's great.
It's
for their show.
amazing, right?
And that opens doors. That it's an amazing thing. And I love that you have included these
Well,
folks
yeah,
this time
and
and
how-
are donating money to
Yeah,
them.
how that happened was I actually saw this online. And I knew Ronnie had a relationship with your family, and so I called him up immediately because I think this is mind-blowing and incredible what you guys offer. And I said, Ronnie, we gotta make this happen. And so he made a few phone calls, and here we are.
Yeah, I was speaking to Liza, and we talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I just love it. I mean, I really took to heart what Joe said, and that was that, it's one thing to get people the care they need when they're children, but like they're adults a lot longer, like for a long time. I mean, they could live till 90. They could be your
60
dad
years, 70
Yep.
years.
as adults. And so, what do? How do you help that? And so, I'm just obsessed with your family. I just love your family,
And obviously Ed's obsessed with you, so
yeah,
it's
we have a
mutual.
little thing. I have video of him trying to kiss me. I don't want to talk about it right now. Yeah, I'll show it to you later. He's very.
Strangely enough, I believe you.
Yeah. I love your dad. He's so great, and your sister's great too. And we have this friendship. It's just like I feel so lucky that we're in a position. Theater 68's in a position to like be a part of this because I really feel like we're just. This is the stuff I want to do, It's
Right.
like, how many plays are we going to go pick off a shelf? I mean, I love Neil Simon. I love doing all that stuff. But it's like, it's nice when people go, I made a difference. Why it's working at the,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what it's
Well,
about.
and we had done it with the Lenny Bruce show, with the Lenny Bruce Memorial Foundation, and if you want to talk a little bit about what that is.
Sure. The foundation, what we do is Kitty Bruce started the foundation in Lenny's name, and we put people through rehab who don't have insurance.
Oh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
wow.
And and the show specifically, a nice portion of the proceeds go to the foundation. Bren and I are both on the board of the foundation. And basically, we have a young kid who was a heroin addict. He's like 24 years
Yeah,
old.
that was so
He's been
great.
clean like 18 months because of the play. We've been
We
through rehab.
were able to
Send
put
me a
it,
video. I'm clean. Thank you. So like, I'm very public about it. I'm sober a long time. In fact, 2 days ago was my 29-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
I haven't had
Happy
yeah,
birthday.
thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'm a young man. I wasn't even legal to drink when I stopped drinking and doing all the craziness. So I'm really, I feel really, and Lenny never found recovery, never even had that option. And so we're doing the same idea. And so I love that.
yeah,
and
we've
I
just
love
kind
that.
of
That's
kept
wonderful.
going
Yeah.
with this one and tried to build, and like I said, like we did with that young man, is it has the power to change one person. It's not just raising awareness
Right.
or, doing a talk
You
back
see your
about.
efforts realized. in front
Right,
of
because you can see it
Awareness
in
is
people.
important, but
yeah.
we need dollars. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
key. Like, we need
Yeah.
money. Like, it's okay we need to all keep talking about all of these issues.
Yeah.
But it's like, we just need money. We need money. And people, I would say, like, give up Starbucks for 2 days. That's $10 for us. Like, we need that. We need help, and
Yeah.
Definitely.
that's the way to make it work.
Yeah.
Amazing.
100%.
Which is a beautiful segue to the GoFundMe that
Oh,
we
yeah.
have going for this show.
Okay.
The more we can raise, we're here till the 28th, the more we can do. We're programming a lot of things around the show.
We're talking about self-injurious behavior again.
Yes, yeah, sorry, we
No,
keep
that's
flipping
okay.
back and
That's
forth.
all right. I just want people to be clear.
But since we're here till the 28th, we want to do more good for people. And so there is a GoFundMe, and if you go to their site and look up Autism Awareness Through the Arts, we're the first selection that comes up.
Okay.
And that's what is allowing us to give you guys a cut of the ticket sales. There's
Because there are production costs. People need to
Oh,
be aware
yes.
of that. It
To
costs
be
a lot
honest,
to mount
we
a play.
took a, not to get too down and dirty, but we took a big leap of faith in a lot of ways and said, you know what, you build it, they'll come. We put the energy out, we're
yeah.
doing good, we know it'll come. So there are production costs that we still need to meet and we will continue to work towards. And so that's why we did this. I'm not a huge fan of these Indiegogo
Yeah.
GoFundMe things because I always feel like if it's your project, go, make it your
Yeah.
problem. It's not my problem. Because I'm so codependent. I'm throwing 50 every day at people's stuff. I'm like terribly codependent. But it's a problem. But like, this is so important. Like I
Yeah.
meant what I said about the Starbucks. Like,
Yeah.
$5, it makes a big, it would just
Yeah.
change everything. So
and
I actually think it's interesting, and I'm just going with what you said. I think more people are giving because of that, because of these things, because of
GoFundMe
and I
and
think it's a
Indiegogo.
wonderful thing.
probably. you're
I
right.
think it's a
Yeah.
wonderful thing.
That's a
I think-
cynical Italian in me.
Well, no,
You
no, it's
understand?
okay. I know, and I just thought about it because you said that, and I
You're
think
probably
it's
right.
pretty amazing that people,
Yeah.
support people like that. I
Right.
think
And
it's-
generally speaking, it's the people who don't have the
Yeah.
money.
And
No.
Always,
It's
always.
always
We
people
did a
who don't
whole
have money.
survey on that.
And
it's
I
always the lower
definitely
middle class
need
who
to
give
send a
most.
shout out to one person, and he single-handedly financed bringing the show to New York and didn't take any profit from it so we could give it to the charities, and that's a man named Matt Seacrest. And none of this would have happened
Yeah.
without him. His son is Jude in the play. Yeah, Benjamin. Yeah, the boy.
He's wonderful in the play, this kid. I mean, it's.
Yeah, but
I
it
can't
was
wait for you
this
guys to see it.
it was this man's generosity that got us
Wow.
anywhere.
Powerful, powerful thing. I want to take a short break, but as we go to break, I just want to piggyback on what we've been saying about the Indiegogo.
Yeah.
That, a lot of times when you guys are watching the show, I talk about how we can, as you know this, Navah, as autism moms, we can get down in our own stuff
Yeah.
and it feels like we can never crawl out. And one of the best things to do is to do something for somebody else, right?
100%.
Lightens the mood. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of money. If you have $5 to give to this play, you will be paying it forward, and that will come back to you times 2. I believe that, and you will feel
100%.
better the rest of the day knowing you did something for somebody else.
Absolutely.
So Indiegogo,
It's GoFundMe.
excuse me, GoFundMe. I'm sending
I
them the
said
wrong
Indiegogo
place.
because that's how I say
Got
about
it.
everything. Doesn't matter what you use, I say Indiegogo.
I was like, oh, where did I come up with
It is
It's your phone
It
money.
is GoFundMe, and the easiest way to find us is just type in Autism Awareness Through the Arts, and we're the first selection
Okay.
that comes up.
And give whatever you can. I think you can even give $1.
Oh,
I
of course you
I will
could.
tell you that if you give $1, most of that ends up going towards the fees.
Right.
So
Yeah.
try to
But-
give a little bit more.
The
Give
same
two.
percentage.
Search
Yeah.
the couch cushions to, hopefully at least $5.
$1, but I mean, if
a dollar
a
will
million people give $1, then
That's
there you go.
right.
I
Yes,
mean,
That's right.
exactly.
So in any case,
Right.
please do
I
that.
I'm a positive thinker.
I love your optimism.
While they're chatting, we're
Not
going to
all
go to
the
break
time.
and we'll be back more talking about self-injurious behavior, so stick with us. Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.